Now, you had the surgery the first time, and after that, you then came and saw me. What happened next? I told you that you can't have surgery with me because you were still tender and had issues of breast growth, and so we needed to get that stable.
Yes, you actually told me, which was the smartest thing I've done, throughout this whole ordeal, is you said go to an endocrinologist. I went to an endocrinologist, and he said, hey, let's get a mammogram. And luckily, I have documentation now that the damage to the muscle occurred from the first surgeon, because we have a mammogram before, a mammogram after, and then afterwards we have the second surgery. So, and before and after mammogram clearly shows an intact muscle and a destroyed muscle. What I did was, we did all the endocrinology tests and everything like that, and then it came that, and at the time I thought the only problem was this big mass. And honestly, I went with this other guy in New York because I simply thought it was going to be a simple procedure. We're just going to get this mass taken out. He did say he was going to do some liposuction, and I thought maybe you could do a little more. I honestly thought if it was a very sophisticated problem, I wanted you to do it. I thought it was actually a fairly straightforward case. That's why I went with this other guy. Figure he's in New York, it's easier for me. I live right across the river. Again, major mistake.
Why?
Because he basically does not know what he's doing. Completely sucked me dry of fat. It's funny, I was reading his notes and he says aggressive liposuction. And that's after I already had, I don't know, like a friggin' 500 cc's of fat removed in the first place. And I didn't know why on earth he would do that. And I went to him afterwards and I told him, like, I got this skin that doesn't move around. His only answer was, oh, well, this is a second surgery. You're not going to have it perfect. That's what he said to this. Rather than, oh, I removed way too much fat. Because at least the first doctor who fucked up the muscle, at least he didn't take out too much fat. So I had one doctor who wrecked the muscle, one guy who wrecked the fat supply. But that's your answer. That's what I did after I saw you.
What advice would you have to other people exploring gynecomastia issues in looking how tissues move versus only looking at still pictures?
You absolutely have to find a doctor who understands that you need to work on a muscle, or that is, you need to fix a muscle so that it looks good moving around and standing still, basically when it's animated. Now, some doctors don't even know the whole concept. So begin with finding a doctor who at least understands that concept, that element must be like part of the doctor's thinking. He needs to know that the muscle needs to look good, still, and while moving. And then...
show me what you mean by showing on the tape right now.
Okay. Still. May not even look that bad. I think it looks bad, but... so here we go. It still looks okay. Now, when you flex it, it just basically, you see things that you couldn't have even dreamed of. Look at these big craters and holes. And again, it looks fairly decent and normal when you flex it. And I don't need to flex it like a bodybuilder. I can simply, you know what, when I lean across the sink, I see this every day because I put my hand down on the sink and I lean over to brush my teeth and I see this weird deformity right there. Just little moving around. The chest is just all deformed.